Hey everybody, what's up? This is James from the 104th Voice Squad. So we're back playing Seduce Me, and if I remember correctly, I'm in the middle of Sam's route. No, that's Sam. Pfft. Matthew's route. What am I talking about? Well, I kicked my sister out of the house forever, so she's not gonna be interrupting any more Let's Plays, I assure you. However, that doesn't mean we're not gonna have lots of fun, so let's get this started. So, I drifted to sleep and woke almost flawlessly that next morning. No grogginess, no aches, perfectly energized and bright-eyed. By the way, if you haven't seen the other videos, go ahead and check it out. The last one was, ended pretty, yeah. Anyway, let's go. Man, how long has it been since I got that much good sleep? I looked to my alarm clock. I woke up 10 minutes before my alarm. Well, hey, I must be lucky today. I hate phrases like that. Usually that means the opposite of that is going to happen. Karma owed me some luck. After all I had gone through in merely a handful of days. After all I had gone through in merely a handful of days, I deserved to get some good luck. This sounds familiar. I think I did this before. Ecstatic for the day ahead, I turned off my alarms before they could ring and got dressed. However, my phone started to quickly buzz from an incoming text. Huh? Who's texting me this early?
Yo, Anderson! You're carpooling with us from now on.
Yeah.
We're not letting you waste your money on a bus.
Sweet.
Get ready and be at your gate at 7 stat.
Yeah, Suzu. Always got my back, like chiroprax. I think I said it right. Aren't I rich? Doesn't really matter, right? Still cool though. I smiled. My friends were the best. I couldn't drive yet, and I didn't have a car, so it was awesome that my friends would let me carpool. Well, okay. Don't have a car? Aw, man. Wait, if I don't have a car and I can't drive, then what was the point of me even moving in this house? Like, I'm still really far from the college that my dad wants me to go to in this game. So what's the point? Like, is there a bus or something? Probably. I checked the time, 6:30. Perfect, I can eat some breakfast before they come. I wish I had a house like this. I packed my bag and carried it downstairs towards the kitchen. As I entered the dining room, I saw a plate with eggs, toast, and bacon sitting on the table. A fresh steaming cup of coffee sat next to the plate with the sugar and creamer on the side. Gee, I wonder who did that for me. Hoo hoo hoo. I walked to the table and couldn't believe what I was seeing. Who made this? As I spoke loud, a small red note caught my attention. Have a good day. Yours. My heart skipped a beat as I finished. I could tell it was from one of the boys. Maybe it was from him. My. I smiled before putting the note in my bag and eating up. The food was so delicious, I devoured every amazing bite. I looked at the time again. Time to go. I quickly rushed to the doors, checking myself in the passing mirror. I wasn't wanting to press anyone, but I still needed to look decent. Before I could reach to the handle of the door, however, someone took my hand. I wonder who it is. Huh? Yeah, Matthew. I turned to see Matthew, who was holding my hand back with a concerned frown on his face.
My name.
What? What do you mean your name?
My true name isn't Matthew. I want you to know my real name. If something were to happen.
What do you mean? What does that have to do with anything? His true name? What did he mean? Why was he telling me this now? Should I be writing this down? I don't know. Matthew gently pulled me to him and leaned close to whisper in my ear.
My name is Zakeru.
Zakeru. I can't remember that. That's easy. Much cooler name than Matthew, but... As he said his name, I could feel it lock into my memory. Something in my head would make sure I would never forget it. Okay. Sounds like I'm gonna need it soon. Matthew pulled away and smiled at me, despite still carrying worry in his eyes.
If you are in any danger, call my name. I promise that I'll come and help you.
It's like he knows something's gonna happen. This is the worst feeling in the world I'm feeling right now. Well, I mean, I already played through it one time, so it's probably gonna be getting captured again. I stared up at Matthew, unable to say anything. I could only nod in response. Matthew smiled before releasing my head and heading into the dining room. Can't talk today. Jeez. Something told me that name would be used eventually. Great. Right on cue, Naomi drove up to the gates with Suzu waving me down. I rushed to the door and we headed to school, talking about the homework and the coming day. We made it to school without a hitch. Our lockers were... Okay, I'm laughing because it's been a while since I played this game, but isn't Lisette gonna show up and like be a bitch again? Our lockers were in the same part of the hall, so we quickly unloaded what we needed to, and got our important book and necessities. First incident of the day. As I walked towards Suzu and Naomi, who were both waiting for me on the opposite end of the hall, something hooked my ankle and made me fall forward. Motherfucker, I knew it. Ow!
Hey, are you okay?
Who did that?
Now who you think did that? The bitch. Lisette! The three of us looked back to see Lisette and her gaggle of girls. Lisette had a look of complete innocence while the girls around her giggled like no tomorrow.
Why, you little...
Why would you even
Suzu,
do
don't!
That, man? I wish I knew, like, the motivation for this BS. Like, seriously! She didn't always have this look of, like, some stupid... idiot, like, I hate you. God, Kirby Colley's looking for his face. Isn't it like Kirby's face, kind of? Whatever, I'm just messing with her. Suzu, don't. Okay. I felt a giant fire of anger burn in my stomach as I stared at Lisette. Today was not the only time this had happened to me, however, it was now clear who was behind these incidents. Okay, I've done this before. Even if she was innocent and one of her goonies did it, it was now obvious that Lisette was the mastermind. I had to do something. Oh, I think I did the fighting part already. So, we're gonna... Even though I really, really just want to do the fighting part, I'm not gonna lie. I really just want to go back to just kicking her ass. But I did that before. I saw what happened. Let's try another option and see what happens to that. So we're gonna stand up and walk away, unfortunately. No. I wasn't going to bring myself to her level. She was a bully, and I was not going to let her get to me. Wasn't that the mature thing to do? I'm not her. I had to be stronger than her, and only then would I have beaten her. Well, I mean, I am stronger than her right now, like, right? I know Taekwondo. Well, she knows training too, but it doesn't make her stronger than me. Ha! She looks disappointed. I stood up and brushed myself off, pretending nothing had happened.
Anderson, you okay?
That was a pretty bad fall.
Yeah, I'm fine. A fall like that is nothing. Nothing! You hear that? I merely smiled at them, not wanting to let them know the pain rushing through my body from that fall. Oh wow, I am hurting. That's bull! My arms were quaking, my shoulders were pulsing, but I remained content-faced. I quickly gathered up my belongings and nodded to my two friends. Come on, we'll be late for history. Suzu and Naomi looked at each other before frowning and nodding to me. Naomi and Suzu flanked me as we began to walk to the class, away from the gaggle of bullies. As we walked, I could barely see Suzu flipping the middle finger to the group behind us from the corner of my eye. Ah, that's my Suzu. I wish I could just explore this route somehow. Like, I don't know how to do it at all. I kind of want to do that. At the same time, I don't want someone to tell me. Like, I want to find out. I don't know. You know what? Screw that. Someone tell me how to get this girl. Like, damn it. All right, moving on.
Friggin' bunch of Lisette feet lickers.
I really thought that was another word. I like her a lot. Feet lickers? Nah, that's not the word you wanted to say. Oh, man. And that's not the word either.
That's gross, Suzu.
No, it's hilarious.
It's true. It's all OMG! Lisette is the best! Let's follow her around because we obviously don't have lives.
Damn. Go get him. Naomi and I could not help but laugh. The group behind us, however, did not like Suzu's words.
At least my dad doesn't screw around in the black market to keep a stupid casino running.
Your father owns a casino? Sweet. Uh-oh. Suzu stopped. Naomi and I stopped as well to look back at Suzu. Ah, fudge. Are we gonna fight anyway? Who was completely red in anger. Suzu slowly turned to head... Oh boy. Suzu slowly turned to head to the group, glaring daggers at them.
Fuck did you just say?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, that's not feet lickers. Oh. Oh, no, 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 no. I had to act fast. I placed my hand on Suzu's shoulder and gripped tightly, knowing she could try to push my hand away. Suzu, they're not worth it. Let's just go.
No, I think it's about time we taught them some manners.
Oh. We're gonna fight anyway! Suzu, come on. I looked at Lisette and her group. Lisette had a widely amused smile on her face, which irked me to no end. What the Nevertheless, I knew that fighting wasn't going to get us anywhere. Let's go. I grabbed Suzu by the shoulder roughly, pulling her back to Naomi and me. Suzu tried to step towards the group, but Naomi held onto her other shoulder. We held on to Suzu, who fought against our hands as we marched to class. Yeesh. Surprisingly, the rest of the school day went off without another incident. Surprisingly, yeah. Tell me about it. I went to my classes, had lunch, and was anxious to get home. As the bell rang for school to end, I felt my phone vibrate in my pocket. A text from Dad. This is not a text from Dad. This is a trap. I'll be picking you up today. Make sure you're ready to go when I get there. That's kind of a surprise, yeah. I quickly headed to my locker and got my things before waiting for Naomi and Suzu.
Hey, are you ready to go?
She seems better. Actually, my dad's picking me up.
Really? Okay, I guess that kind of makes sense.
We'll drive home together next time.
No.
Tell your dad that we've got you covered from now on.
I will if that's actually him out there, which isn't. Yeah, okay. Even while I laughed, something didn't seem right. Dad texted me to say this. Excuse me, guys. Why was he going to pick me up? Had I done something wrong? I didn't know. Okay, well, we know what's about to happen, guys. Wave to Naomi and Suzu goodbye before heading off to the usual spot. Listen to music. I want to see another Rise of the Phoenix concert. I'm skipping a little bit, guys. Oh, play the entire album. Oh, Dad's late. What's going on? I don't know what's about to happen. Yeah, I know what's about to happen. Let's just keep on going. Oh no, I got captured.
Hey!
By the hot
Don't dirty
demon
up
chick.
Malex's prey.
Oh, don't dirty me up. Yeah. Wait, what? Oh yeah, Malex's prey. Fudge. I'd rather not. Can we be your prey? Such a retard. Not really, but you know what I mean. The voice, which sent a fearful shiver down my spine, whispering in my ear. Everyone loves whispering in my ear. I mean, depending on who it is, I don't mind. But,
You're coming with me, Miss Anderson.
yes, ma'am. Ah, hell. Alright, let's just go to the part. We'll just skip a little bit. Zaketo! Alright! He did the thing. That went too fast for me. Oh, I got scared. Like, I don't know. I haven't been paying attention. I don't know if it's timed or not. Alright, so Malex is gonna try to do the killing thing. I said, fuck that. Tsukeru! Alright, let's do it. Yeah! All of a sudden, a bright purple light engulfed the room, causing the devils around me, including Eris and Malex, to cover themselves.
What the?
Gust of wind rushed past me, almost forcing me back. I covered my face with my arms, bracing myself and standing my ground. I tried to peek through my arms to see what was going on, but the light continued to shine brightly. As the gust slowly started to die, the light began to fade, revealing Matthew with his hands covered and shoved in his pockets and his hood up. Matthew? Yay! I just summoned Matthew in attack mode. I summoned Matthew in attack mode. I wonder what he's gonna do. Fight. Fight, 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 fight. Ellipses. Malex slowly moved his arms from his face, taking in the sight of Matthew before laughing hysterically.
Are you kidding me? You summoned the crybaby runt?
Whoa! That sounds nasty. Matthew's laugh was cut short, however, stopped by his gasp of pain and the thudding of something embedding itself into flesh. I couldn't believe it, but somehow a knife had been stabbed into Malex's shoulder, causing him to grip at it in pain. Ugh.
What the hell? A knife?
Next time, I won't miss your throat.
Uh-oh. Round 1. Fight! Look at those eyes, man. That's like... He's mad. God, I kind of wish this was a fighting game now. You know what I'm saying? Not gonna lie, I would play the mess out of that. Of course, I would name Malex. Yeah, I think Matthew's pretty sweet with a knife, though. Malex snarled before ripping the knife out of his shoulder and tossing it to the ground. He quickly raised his gun and shot at Matthew, resulting only to stare wide-eyed at his target. Huh? What? Oh. In midair, a knife and Malex's bullet clashed and both collided to the ground between the demon and the devil. Really? Really? It's so anime right now. That's so anime. Anime. It's like anime. Oh. I don't remember this song. Whatever. Matthew chuckled and pulled a hand out of his pockets, revealing a handful of knives splayed out like a fan. Holy mess. Are these demon knives or like regular knives? Wait a minute. Well, no. That design does not look like a regular knife. Yo, what is this kind of engraving on it? What's that about? I wonder what that marking is. It might have some significance later.
Too slow, Malex. Must suck being an old fart.
An old fart? Malex instantly grew furious, charging at Matthew while shooting rounds at Matthew's shadow-covered face. Matthew followed suit, rushing backwards, and shot his knives at each shot Malex did. Each shot was stopped by a flying knife? What the fudge? This is so anime! Making multiple clangs beat through the air. I would have just dodged and counterattacked. But I guess it's not that easy to dodge bullets. I don't know. The remaining devils stared, trying to figure out what to do. Help Malex or watch in silence. Eris, however, walked up beside me and crossed her arms as if she... Wait, why would she walk up beside me and not do anything? She totally could have been like... I don't know, wrapped me up and been like, Matthew, stop attacking or I'll kill your girl. She could have easily done that. Why didn't she do that? Eris, however, walked up beside me and crossed her arms as she watched with an amused smirk on her face. She's enjoying this. She does not care about anything that's going on. As Matthew backed before a wall, he stood still, tossing knife upon knife at the incoming devil and his bullets. How many knives does he have?
Gotcha, you knife-throwing circus freak!
Ow! Ow! I saw a smirk grow on Matthew's face before we hopped up and flipped over Malex. The devil skidded to a stop, barely bumping against the brick wall. However, Matthew didn't give Malex a chance to turn before shooting multiple knives into Malex's back. Jeez!
Bye-bye, Malex.
Oh no! No! Oh wait. Matthew tossed the knife into the air and caught it before chucking it at the back of Malex's head. The knife sally didn't get to meet its target, as Malex ducked out of the way and turned to face Matthew with a face of pure rage.
You little dick! You think you're all that?
Oh man, you mad? I'd be too. I had knives on my back. Matthew brought out another knife and tossed it up and down his hand, unchanged in his cool yet almost playful expression. He's
Little
toying
known
with
fact,
him.
I just like having fun.
Alright, what the hell happened? They got their ass whooped by Malex earlier, right? That's why they were all bloody and had to escape. Now all of a sudden, he's like, what, more powerful than him, or... By himself, too. Like, you tell me that little makeout session we had gave him all the energy he needed? What would have happened? I don't know this at all. I'm just guessing. You guys can tell me in the comments. What would have happened if I didn't continue all that kissing stuff that happened in the last video? Like, we did not have the power to do this, or what? That's an interesting thought. I don't know.
That's a load of bull, Matthew. You won't even fight me in your demon form. Why? Are you afraid I'll kill you as the demon scum you really are?
He's not fighting me in his demon form. Wait. He's not fighting me. No, he's not fighting Malex in his demon form. So he's definitely stronger than him. I'm assuming going into your demon form makes you stronger, right? Demon form? I didn't understand. However, Matthew broke my thoughts from trying to figure that out.
Hey, mind closing your eyes for me?
Aw, I can't see it! No, I want to see. Huh?
What are you babbling about now?
Where's the word now? Anyways, before I could answer, the tension suddenly went from warm to almost ice cold. Then, at that moment, something in the air changed. Okay. The air instantly went from frantic to still in energy. What could have been described in tone as the color of red quickly turned into a deadly mix of purple and blue as everything began to blend together all at once. So this is probably what this background is about.
You asked for it, Malex. Now you're gonna get it.
Oh boy. That was kind of scary. My eyes never strayed from Matthew's face. However, even as it changed, his eyes began to glow a bright golden color as a dark blue circle formed beneath Matthew's bare feet. Why would Malex ask for him to turn into a demon? Like, do his demon form? Because what I've been told was Malex is losing power, so he's definitely going to lose now. Ah! I stared as Matthew's skin began to morph and shift. Changing from human to something else. For some reason, I was both scared and incredibly intrigued to see this new form. Before I was allowed to see Matthew's new form, however, a pair of hands quickly covered my eyes. Instinctively, I reached up and grabbed and gripped them, trying to pull them off. The voice stopped me. Aw, man, come on.
It's me. Don't look.
That's BS, man! I want to see! I listened carefully and let the last two words linger in my mind. Don't look. Why? What was being hidden from me? I wanted to know, but something told me to obey it being in his command. Okay, maybe I shouldn't do that. Maybe I should do that. I suddenly heard gunshots, making me tense up, but then I heard the sound of multiple stabs, followed by Malex's screams of pain. The stabbing and splashing sounds of blood and flesh grew more frantic in a number. How many knives was Matthew using? Maybe it was better that I wasn't able to see.
Matthew, enough!
Fuck, man. Malex got annihilated. Well, I mean, for anyone that plays Smash Brothers, I think the phrase to best equate this situation is that Malex got 3 stocked, if you know what I mean. Almost instantly after James's command, the sound stopped. The only thing anyone could hear then was the dripping of blood. Holy shit.
I guess I went a little overboard, huh?
Oh, damn. I wonder if I'm gonna see it.
Malex is definitely dead, but you've lost your glamour spell.
Wow. Oh, Malex is dead. No, I knew he was dead, but still, it sucks. You know what? Because I can't. It sucks. I can't play him anymore, but hell, whatever. Yeah, deserved it, I guess. Little glamour spell, huh? Glamour spell. What did he mean? Why did Matthew sound so different? Why was this being hidden from me? Come on.
It's a spell that makes us look human.
He heard me in my mind. I froze. Look human? They didn't have human forms after all? What did they look like?
Like demons.
Damn it, Jonah! I feel like you're whispering in my ear. Stop. What the fuck was that? As if Eric knew what Damien was talking about, Eric cleared his throat and spoke up, followed by the sound of a cork popping out of a bottle.
Well, not for much longer, princess. Here, Matthew.
Oh, it's a potion. Okay.
Oh, hey, you found my potion. Thanks.
Need a potion for that shit? I could hear a small clinking of glass being passed before hearing Matthew guzzle down a liquid of some sort. The feeling of air around me gently began to warm back up, insinuating that everything had returned to normal. Finally, Damien moved. I can't even. Finally, Damien moved his hands from my eyes, allowing me to see around me once again. The devils, including Eris, had fled. On top of Malex's body was a dirty sheet that was quickly turning red from blood. The wall behind it was still painted in blood, still dripping onto the floor and onto the blanket. Wow, so Malex dies and I don't get to see any of it? Doesn't matter which route I take, I'm not going to be able to see. I guess if that was illustrated, the rating would go up, right? I'm not really into gory stuff, to be honest with you, but I still would like to see something. Like, I don't know. I don't know, man. Whatever. The blanket looked like it was covering a mound of dirt instead of a body. Ew! What, is he mush now? The boys, however, had gathered around me, all of them, including Matthew, like nothing had happened. Nah, you can't do that. You can't hashtag it's all in your head that, okay? What just... I tried to speak, but everything zipped around in my head at the whole event that I felt like speaking wasn't possible.
Let's just get you home, miss. There's nothing more to see here.
I'm a little upset that Malex was like talking all that shit. He got beat by one of the incubi. I thought that maybe, I knew he was gonna be defeated, right? I mean, that's just given. I mean, because that's just how how it goes. But only one of them was required. So what? So let me get. Okay, I think I got it. Okay, so when they got sent to this world, right? They used some of their energy. This based off what I heard from Diana in the last playthrough. They used some of their energy to get here, so they were weakened already, right? And then that's that glamour spell that they're probably holding up, so that probably takes energy too. So they were already in a weakened state when they got there, and then Malex just happened to take advantage of that when he met them. So he was never stronger than them. It's just that they were weakened from using their energy to get there. Okay, I can believe that. Malex is an idiot then. He's such an idiot. You think it was all that? Alright, I could only nod. What had happened boggled my mind to the point of disbelief. I was second-guessing everything, lost in a sea of what and how and when. As we walked out of the warehouse, I looked to Matthew for some form of sign that I wasn't dreaming. Like, that's my Scooby-Doo talk. Rabu. Matthew rubbed the back of his head, walking forward as if to get away from what had happened. It was over. Owarides. Malex was gone and the boys were finally safe. A wave of relief ran through my body at the thought of never having to deal with that group again. At the same time, a ping of realization hit the back of my mind. The boys were only going to stay until after Malex was defeated. That was the deal. Not this again. As we approached home, I could feel something heavy weigh down my heart. It was late, but the boys led me inside and turned on the lights in the lobby.
Finally, we can relax.
Yay!
It will be good to have some rest without devils breathing down our necks.
Yeah.
I'm just tired. Can I hit the hay early?
You didn't even do anything!
I think some sleep would be good for all of us.
Yeah. You again with the man, a few words. I looked at Damien, knowing he could read my mind, and frowned. I didn't want him to know about my thoughts on the situation. Oh, hell. Yeah, bed sounds good. I just wanted to just end tonight. Too much had happened, and I felt dizzy just trying to figure it out. However, Damien spoke up, stopping all of us from moving. Fuck!
Should we be gone in the morning?
No! Please let this be different. The air became still in tension. The realization of the situation hit the boys like a wave, forcing them to turn to me in curiosity. Please give me a fucking choice. They had remembered their deal and were now awaiting me to decide their fate. I gulped, face to face with the reality of the situation. The boys were leaving it up to me. It looked like they were willing to accept whatever I had demanded. It was only fair, though, after all that had happened. I looked to Matthew, feeling my heart flutter in my chest. Yeah, anyway, I didn't want him to leave, but would he ask us to stay? I hoped that he would say no and ask me to stay longer. As if he knew what I wanted, Matthew moved and stepped to me, taking my hand in his. He gently smiled to me and spoke.
I want you to know that you've been really generous to us, and I want to thank you for letting us stay here. But is it okay if we stay a little longer?
Yes! Yes, do it! Yes, finally! More story to seduce. I don't know. Is that the right word? Seduce the story? Okay, whatever. Moving on. My heart skipped while a large red blush ran across my cheeks anime style. The boys stared at Matthew wide-eyed, but didn't dare to speak out. Matthew stepped back to give me space, returning to where he was. Yay! I moved my gaze across each boy, trying to make a decision. My decision's already made, guys. I just waiting for this text to go away. If they left in the morning, I would never see them again, and my life would return to normal. If I did decide to let them go, that would have been for the best. No goodbyes, no delays. But did I want to? They had done so much for me in such a small amount of time. Let them stay or let them go. I can't believe it. Like, I'm gonna freaking choose this. The last time, I didn't have a choice. They're staying. Let them stay. I wanted them to stay. I wanted him, this guy, to stay. I merely smiled, staring at the man I had come to have feelings for, before speaking at last. I would love it if you all could stay. Yay! Smiles for everybody. The boys cheered tiredly, but nonetheless enthusiastically. I giggled at the sight. It was cute to see everyone so excited, despite the tiredness that ran equally through our bodies. Did they fight or not? Are they just tired of the BS? Today was a rough day. My home is your home, as long as you can still help with the chores. The boys nodded in unison. Even this guy? Okay. Agreeing to the terms I had set for them. Despite the good situation, I felt myself slowly slipping into unconsciousness. The last time I did that, I got my memory erased. This better not happen. However, James quickly clapped his hands together, getting everyone's attention and waking me up, making sure I didn't pass out on the floor.
All right, everyone. We're all very tired, so let's head to bed, shall we?
All right, let's do that.
Oh, yeah, sleep is actually a thing. Right.
What the hell does that mean?
We've had a very long day, but it will be good to just relax tonight and tomorrow.
Well, I got school, so whatever.
Sleep sounds really good right now.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. I watched a happy smile grow onto Matthew's lips. He shared my excitement, knowing that we could be together longer. Who knew how long we would stay together? All I cared about was that I would be with him. Oh, ain't that nice? Ain't that sweet? Ain't that special? Ain't that precious? All right. The others quickly left to finally rest, leaving me and Matthew alone at last. My heart fluttered a bit as Matthew practically skipped closer to me in excitement. It was really cute to see him that way, so I didn't do anything but smile. What a little dweeb.
Thank you so much for letting us stay.
Yeah, man, you know, that's how I do. I need more story to do, whatever. You're my rebound route, okay? As long as we understand that, this relationship will work out just fine. You're welcome, Matthew. I'm happy to have you stay here. I watched his smile brighten a bit. How far can his smile go? Before he cleared his throat and chuckled a bit. I didn't know if it was the tiredness or my growing attachment to him, but I felt myself sway a bit on my feet. However, Matthew's face made it clear that he wanted to say something else, making me forget that my bed was also calling for me.
Listen, about what happened at the warehouse.
I really want to see that form. In the right situation, of course, not in any other situation. Just making sure you guys are thinking straight. No, it's fine. You did what you had to do. I understand. I am so even keel about the scene of death that clearly happened in front of me. I didn't see it, obviously, because someone put their hands over my face, but man, the sounds would have been enough to make me queasy. I had accepted everything that happened and knew that Matthew had to do what he had to do. He was real, and he was someone I didn't want to be without. Really? Already? Well, okay. I just feel like this is accelerating a little bit too fast. I don't know. Even if that meant nodding against my curiosity. Besides, I was too tired to explore that memory further. Am I going to sleep now? Matthew nodded before holding out a hand to me.
Come on, then. Let's get you to bed.
Oh, sweet. He's going to, carry me, or... Wait a second. Is something about to happen? I'm just going to bed, right? I'm just going to bed, right? Something's about to happen. Oh no. I don't think I'm ready. I don't have experience. Alright. I nodded before Matthew gently lifted me up into his arms like a bride. He did pick me up. Wow. And carried me into his room. To my room. Not his room, my room. Oh my god. I didn't want to leave his arms, leaning my head against Matthew's chest. But eventually I was slowly lowered to my bed and covered with my bed covers. I was still in my school clothes, but I was too tired to strip or care. Oh man. As you get closer to whatever it is about to happen, I just every word just jumps out at me, even though it shouldn't. The word strip just jumped out into my face like it was bolded or something. I looked to Matthew, fighting a yawn from escaping me as he gently ran a hand over my hair.
Have a good night, okay? I'll make breakfast again in the morning.
Sweet, more breakfast. I nodded with a tired smile before watching him slowly stand and leave my room, closing the door. A wave of happiness rushed over me as I laid in bed. I made a good choice. Sure, it would be hard, but I could tell that I would be able to manage it. Help around the house and being with a man who I was slowly starting to fall for would be worth it. Wow. Okay, I slowly felt my exhaustion take over me. I let sleep consume me as I drifted into the darkness in my mind. Everything was peaceful. I was happy. What happened? What happened? That's the theme song. What's going on? Is this the credits? I guess I beat it. Let's lower this down a little bit. Wait. What happened?
You
No!
are an interesting
I don't want to
creature.
see you again! Oh no! Oh no! Here we go again! No! It's the sexy succubus again! Oh, I'm so mixed feelings right now! So happy to see you, at the same time I'm not happy to see you at all. No, do not take my memories. Oh, do I have to press a button? Oh, man, I didn't want to see her. Oh, she's... Okay, she's there. Skipping.
No screaming now. Too early.
It's
silly
so
girl.
bad that every time I hear her voice, I'm like, oh, is something else going to happen besides what's going on in the screen? I could only stare up at the woman above me. I still felt weak, not having the strength to move and fight her off. How is she even here and no one notices? The boys are still here. It's different from last time. It's different, I swear.
Why do the boys like you? You're unique, yes, but that can't be all that you have going for you.
Bitch, I'm hot, okay? Shut up. Like, I got 5 boys in here that want me, okay? So you can just relax. And possibly a girl. Alright. Rage began to consume my core again. This woman was making me mad. She must have known that she let another smirk grow on her face.
Ooh, you're feisty. That could be why.
No, that's whatever you're thinking, the answer is no. Before I could bite her hand, she removed her hand from my lips, staring down at me from her place next to my bed. I'm kind of skipping words, guys, sorry. God, I like that drawing. I'm gonna ask Camille for this. Just this, by herself. Just this. I quickly sat up and glared daggers at the intruder. Who the hell are you and why are you in my room? Alone. Oh, man, I really want to punch her. Alright, what's she got to say?
How silly of me. I forgot that we demons are not well known of in your world. You can call me Diana, little human.
Why does no one else notice? Diana's a demon. Yep, you're...
I am. But I'm much more than just an average demon.
No, you eat me.
Silly girl. I'm a succubus.
Fudge, man. Yeah, I've been through all this. God.
Well, you are pretty.
I love this. Is my favorite expression, to be honest with you.
But you seem very reckless. Too reckless.
It's like... She's like an evil Jessica Rabbit, like... You know what I'm saying? It's just not as weirdly proportioned, if you know what I mean. Like, that character design was nuts. But, yeah. So I compared it to Lust from Full Metal Alchemist and Jessica Rabbit. Yeah, I did that. My bad. I don't know. Moved out and stood from the bed, still glaring at Diana. Why are you here?
Oh, I just wanted to see who my competition was.
Your competition? Bitch, this ain't no competition. I beat the game. Right? I don't know. She should be here. No! Don't take my memory.
For the boys, of course. They don't belong here, and yet here they remain. I want to know why, and remedy this little issue.
Okay, so the text is different than the last time. Okay, so I don't think my memories are going to be taken. I think I'm straight. Well, I mean, I know I'm straight, but, I mean, I'm saying I know that I should be good on the memory thing. What am I talking about? Moving on. This girl was seriously pissing me off. And at the same time, slightly arousing me. Just kidding. Issue? What issue? They want to stay here so they can.
Silly, uneducated human.
I am very
You
educated.
don't understand the important roles these boys play in the abyssal planes. You keeping them here is practically imprisonment.
No, it's not. You have about 10 seconds to leave.
Is that a threat? How cute.
Oh, I'm gonna say the dude's
What are you
name.
going to do? Kill me?
No, I'm gonna say the guy's name. What's Zakeru? And if I do,
You barely have the strength to stand, little human. I can rip the rest of your energy out and knock you into a coma. You'll never be able to wake up again.
oh, touch me and I'll.
Enjoy every minute of it.
Yo, for real, this bitch. I felt my body freeze and heat up almost a painful haze. My mind began to feel fuzzy as Diana stepped to me and caressed my cheek.
Now, you're going to listen to everything I say without any questions. Got it?
Can I just say Zakeru? Is it possible? I nodded.
Good. I plan to bring the boys back to the Abyssal Plains. Why? So that I can take my place as queen of their realm. They have no reason to be here in this silly little world, so I'm going to make sure they return home. Okay, Pumpkin?
Pumpkin. I nodded but growled. My rage couldn't be concealed, despite the hole I was under. You evil bitch.
Call me evil all you want, dearie.
Really?
I'm not evil. You're just in my way.
I love that line. That's my favorite line for this character. I'm not evil, you're just in my way. No, I'm just in your way. Which one was it? Whatever. I felt Diana lean into my ear and whisper, making me unconsciously shiver in both pleasure and annoyance. That is the perfect description of how I feel about Diana. Like, she annoys me for existing, but man. Anyways, moving on.
Now, be a good little human and go to bed. I'll make sure they're gone before you get home tomorrow from school. So make sure to say goodbye in the morning.
No! No, no, no! I felt my body move on its own and lie in bed and cover itself with my bed sheets. Oh, she's controlling my body? I glared at Diana the entire way down. The entire way down. Such an idiot. Diana laughed at my futility. I'll get you!
Oh, please do.
Oh, I didn't see this side before. Fudge. All of a sudden, her voice deepened and became cold and demonic. I meant to say demonic, but I said Diana. I'm scared, sending a violent, scared shiver down my spine. Her red eyes practically illuminated in the darkness of my room as she glared at me.
Give me a reason to make your life a living hell.
I don't like you anymore. Go away. I gritted my teeth, trying to fight back against the hold on me. She couldn't have been that tough. Really? She needed energy to survive, right? I was sure she couldn't have had enough to hold me down forever. Diana then laughed and returned to normal.
Oh, and make sure you don't tell the boys I was here. I want my visit to be a surprise.
I'm so fucking telling them. It's not even a question. I felt the hold on me disappear, allowing me to sit up and practically growl at Diana in rage. What's stopping me?
Then you must not care about your friends and family as much as you care for the boys.
Aw, no she didn't. Aw, no. I stopped and stared. What does she mean by that? Was that a threat to my family? Diana smirked at me, knowing the confusion behind my eyes.
Let's just say that if you tell the boys about me, I'll make sure that no one will care for you, and you'll be all alone in this little house until the day you die.
Really? It seems like so much work to make. Couldn't you just kill me instead? Wouldn't that be less work? Not that I want you to do that. I'm just saying, like, she's so mean. I hate her. I could feel fear creeping into me. Alone? How could she do that? The word demon reverberated in my head, reminding me that I was facing off against something supernatural. A human with a shield versus a devil was one thing. A human on her own versus a demon was another.
Have a good night.
I really want to say something. She just like sink into the Yeah, she actually did. And with that said, Diana sank into the floor through a magic purple pentagram and vanished as her head vanished. Which vanished as her head vanished into the floor. I couldn't believe it. I had one problem, and now I had another. Instead of a crazy psycho devil who wanted to kill me and the boys, I had a succubus wanting to ruin my life and take the boys away. Oh, glorious, glorious day. Oh, no. Son of a bitch. Could my life get any worse? I feel like I should stop soon. No, I wasn't going to let her win. She's not as powerful as she looks, I know it. What the fuck am I talking about? I have no powers. I didn't learn any magic. Oh no! I didn't learn any magic this time. All I know is the dude's name. I'm so stupid. I'm such a dum-dum. I had to mentally confirm it. She wasn't going to win. She wasn't going to win. The boys wanted to stay with me. I let out a sigh before closing my eyes, affirming my plan of action. No matter what she was going to do, I was going to beat her. Eventually, the morning arrived and the sun screamed at me to get up. Surprisingly, I woke up before my alarm clock once again, which was nice. Alright, we're gonna stop. Because my dog in the background is crying. Alright, guys, I'm gonna go now. Make sure you play the game. It's free, okay? And also, make sure you like and subscribe and leave comments in the 104th Voice Squad's YouTube channel. Follow us on Tumblr and Facebook and Twitter, all that good stuff. And be on the lookout for our newest productions. One that you guys already know about, Earhart, and another one that I'm working on. That should be announced sometime soon. So, I guess until the next time, I'll see you around, okay? Yeah, I'm coming. Alright, peace out, guys.